I like cartoons. I like watching cartoons that I loved as a kid. And then when I watch them as an adult, I learn that I never knew what the show was about the whole fucking time. This happened to me watching Scooby-Doo. I'm gonna tell you guys the truth behind that show. Scooby-Doo is a show that shows you how far white people go to snitch. They're solving mysteries nobody's paying you to solve. You're just going on a tattletaling tour of the world. I'm from Detroit. Scooby-Doo would never work in Detroit. Jinkies, I know who robbed the liquor store. Bam, now you're dead, bitch. Do you understand? Watch the news the next day like, 4 Caucasians are found dead outside of a green van. Their body found next to a Great Dane. Back to you, Tom. My favorite part of that joke is knowing there's at least a few people in the room right now that are like, never even knew he was a Great Dane. Thought he was a purebred Scooby this whole time. I thought he was just... Why'd you have to point her out like that? You extended your whole arm. You're like, she didn't know. What was that about? She ain't the only one. Wow. I didn't know that would be the controversial part of my set. All right, settle down, class. I got more jokes. I like to get high and go to dog shows. Yeah, it's a really good time. You clapped and you nodded, but with the vibe of you've never done it, but you get the appeal. Exactly, you support it. Yeah, I understand. So this is what it is. There's these shows where these dogs are seeing who could jump the highest, who could jump the furthest. They're racing against each other. It's a great time. But when I was there last time, they made an announcement during the show that High Jeff was not prepared for. They said that it was time for us to honor patriotic veterans returning from war. I'm like, that's pretty intense for a dog show. So I'm looking out in the field, I'm trying to see the man or the woman that we're paying our respects to. I didn't see any, I got very confused. Until they walked dogs wearing camouflage t-shirts in front of all of us. Aw, fuck that! Dogs aren't patriotic. You're patriotic and you have a dog, all right? If you think some dogs are patriotic, that means you also think other dogs are terrorists, all right? That's close to being like, I don't know, that German Shepherd has outdated German beliefs. Gotta keep your eye on that guy. He's old school, we'll say. Do you know what these dogs are doing? They're going to war, and they're sniffing and finding bombs. To teach them to do that, they reward them with dog treats. So imagine how important those dog treats must be to those dogs. And then those dogs return home from war just to find out that other dogs get those same treats for no goddamn reason. If you were that dog, wouldn't you be pissed? It's just like, you're giving the war biscuits to everybody? I fought for this country and you're giving out war medals because he sat for 5 seconds. That's bullshit. I gotta pick where I do that joke wisely. Too many white people in the audience looks at me like, you can't make fun of my country and my dogs. You're on thin ice, buddy. That's funny, I'm funny. That's fun. This is fun, we're having fun.